Maybe it'll help you calm your nerves.
Thanks. I'm sorry to cause all this trouble.
Sheridan, what are you talking about? You know, anybody'd get shaken up doing hypnosis.
My sentiments exactly, which is why I don't put one iota of stock in such useless mumbo-jumbo.
I'd do it all again if it helps me understand where my nightmares came from.
Good girl.
As frightened as I am of learning the truth, I'd rather know what it is than spend one more day of my life wondering if I'm crazy or if something bad really did happen in the living room that night.
Hey, it's okay, Sheridan. Now, whatever it is that went down, it's not your fault. You were just a little girl. I'm just hoping when Eve comes out, she can tell us that you remembered whose fault it was.
Hogwash. It's all pure hogwash.
Yeah, well, we'll see. And Julian, just so you know, who's ever responsible for my father's disappearance is going to suffer exactly the same fate that my family did, without 1 ounce of mercy.
For crying out loud, this farce has gone on long enough. Can't you see what this is doing to my sister?
I know that she is upset.
Upset? She's on the verge of a nervous breakdown. Pardon me, officer, but I thought your job was to protect the citizens of this community, not cause them harm.
I'm all right, Julian.
What you are, you can't even hold on to a teacup. Are you so desperate for an excuse for your father's disappearance other than what everyone already knows? Get over it, boy. He abandoned you and the rest of your family after he was caught stealing from mine. He ran off when he was confronted with it.
I've heard your BS version before, and I don't buy it for a second. And don't call me boy.
Oh, pardon me, officer, but I don't appreciate your pulling my sister into your family embarrassment. Not to mention the threat to her mental well-being.
Luis didn't pull me into anything. I asked him for his help, and he said yes, because in all likelihood, my nightmares are connected to his father's disappearance. How else do you explain they're starting the exact same night that Martin Fitzgerald disappeared without a trace?
You're both grasping at straws when there is no foundation whatsoever.
That's not true. And if you were any kind of brother at all, you'd be supporting what Sheridan is trying to do. It takes a lot of courage.
Oh, she is this close to the edge already, and you obviously just as soon push her right over.
It's the lies that have hurt her, Julian, not the truth.
She knows the truth. She just doesn't want to accept it. The best psychiatrist in Europe told her she imagined what happened in the main house that night. It was nothing more than a young girl's hysterical reaction to a bad dream. They even told Father and me that she was born with a nervous condition.
Well, if that is true, then we'll find out as soon as Eve comes out and tells us what Sheridan remembered happening that night.
That is if we are to believe Dr. Russell's medical opinion at all.
Well, there's sudden doubts about Eve's expertise. I'm afraid of something she's going to say.
Oh, don't be ridiculous.
I think you're terrified, Julian. You're more scared than your sister. Because of something that you've been hiding. Something in all likelihood has to do with my father.
How dare you insinuate anything of the sort? One more remark like that.
Both of you just stop it! I can't take it anymore!
I'm sorry, Sheridan.
I'll
You're right.
take care of my sister.
I think you need a breath of fresh air, buddy. Come on.
There, Sheridan.
You know, Luis, I hate to say this, but, I think Julian's right.
Whose side are you on?
Look, all I'm trying to say is that I think you're making things worse for Sheridan than they already are.
Look, I know this is tough on her.
Tough? Yeah, it's tough. She's in there shaking. She's about this close to losing it. And you're cruising for a bruising from her brother.
Well, I can't help it. I take one look at him, I know he's lying through his teeth. He knows something about my father.
Could be. But I'm beginning to think that maybe you were right when you wanted to call off the hypnosis.
Look, I don't want this to hurt Sheridan. You know, but she's been haunted for all these years by what happened. Now, if she finds out what it is, then maybe she can move on.
Well, you know, it sounds good on paper, but when it's going down right before your eyes, you got to ask yourself if it's worth it. I mean, I guess it depends on what the truth brings Sheridan. A breakthrough or a breakdown.
I refuse to believe that the truth could destroy Sheridan. It's not like she did anything wrong herself. She was just a kid. If anything, she just witnessed something traumatic.
Well, I hope you're right.
What else could it be? See, my guess is that she walked in on Julian or Alistair with my father. That's why he's in there quaking in his boots. He's terrified. She remembered what they did.
And you're not?
I'm scared out of my wits, Hank. I could be about to hear that those bastards killed my father. I swear to God, Hank, if that's the case, they're gonna pay.
Well, I hope you're wrong about the Cranes being behind your father's disappearance, because you wouldn't stand a chance against people like that, Luis.
I'm not afraid of them, Hank.
Well, that's the problem. You're so hell-bent on the mission that you don't think about the consequences. You just act.
You ever hear of David and Goliath?
Yeah. You want to know why people remember that story? Because things don't usually work out that way. 9 times out of 10, the big guys do win. Now, I don't even want to think about what Julian and Alistair are going to do if you push them into a corner. They're not 2 of your biggest fans.
Well, that's their problem. And if I find out they're responsible for my father's disappearance, or God forbid, death, they're gonna wish they were dead.
Okay, now what about Sheridan? She's a Crane.
Oh, she's different. Just want what's best for her, right?
Luis is positive you didn't do anything wrong that night, and I agree with him. So there's nothing to worry about, okay? I just want you to know that I'm gonna be right here for you no matter what comes out. You mean a lot to me, Sheridan.
Thank you, Hank.
That little pause. Are you wishing that Luis was saying these things instead of me?
I won't lie and say that I don't wonder sometimes what might have happened between Luis and me, but I mean, I already know the answer to that. I'm a Crane. And we both know how Luis feels towards anyone named Crane.
Well, just so you know, I don't agree with him on that one.
Sorry that I took so long.
It must have been a pretty important call.
Yes, it was.
You don't have to leave for the hospital, do you?
No.
Oh, thank goodness. I don't think I could have waited another minute. Well, tell us what I remembered. Tell us what happened that night. Well, what did I say under hypnosis? Did it have anything to do with Luis's father?
Sheridan, could you give me a moment? I think I'd like to have a cup of coffee.
Yes.